Hi students, good morning to all. Today we are going to discuss about the remaining part of our unit, synthetic fibers and plastics. So it is our last video for this topic and we are moving to the last session. The main points we want to discuss in this video are: first one, characteristics, properties of plastics. Second one, uses of plastic. And third one, plastic and the environment. Okay, we know that in the earlier videos, in our last videos, we discussed about plastic, types of plastic, like that. But in this video, we discussed about these main 3 points. Okay, now we can move to our first part, characteristic properties of plastics. What are the properties of plastics? Okay, we know that today if we think of storing of food items, water, milk, pickles, etc., such foods, plastic containers seem most convenient, right? This is because of their different properties, different characteristic properties. Now let us discuss the characteristic properties of plastics. What are the characteristic properties? There are 3 different properties. First one, plastic is non-reactive. Okay. Secondly, plastic is light, strong and durable. Third one, plastics are poor conductors. Okay, now we can move to the explanation of these points. First one, plastic is non-reactive. What do you mean by non-reactive? Plastic does not react. Okay, you know that metals like iron get rusted when left exposed to moisture and air. Yes, when we expose this iron into moisture, what happens? Yes, iron will rusted or it corrode. Okay, but in the case of plastic, it does not react with water and air. Okay, so plastic do not react with water and air, so it does not corrode easily. Okay, they are not corroded easily because it does not react with water and air. But when we take iron-like materials, what happens when it exposed to air? It gets rusted or it gets corroded because it reacts with water and air. Iron will react with water and air. But plastic do not react with water and air. They are not corroded easily. Okay, that's why they are used to store various kinds of materials, including many chemicals. Okay, because when chemicals stored in plastic containers, this plastic does not react with these chemicals. Okay, so we can say that plastic is non-reactive. Okay, it is very simple. Plastic is non-reactive. It does not react with water and air. So they are used to store various kinds of materials. Okay, then second one, the second property of plastic is light, strong and durable. What do you mean by light? Yes, less weight and strong. To do not brittle or damage easily, and durable. Yes, able to withstand in long time. Okay, then we can say that plastic is very strong, very light and durable and can be molded into different shapes and sizes. We can mold it, we can make in different shapes. We can make different toys, articles, okay, in different shapes and sizes by using plastic. It is used for various purposes. Okay, we can say that plastic is light, strong and durable, and also it can be molded into different shapes and sizes and is used for various purposes. Okay, third one. Okay, then plastics are generally cheaper than metals. Okay, plastic is not very much costly than metals. Plastics are generally cheaper. Okay, then they are widely used in industry and for household articles. Because of these properties, they are widely used in industries and for household articles. Okay, understand? Do you understand? Okay, then we can move to the different pictures of these household articles. We use different plastic articles in our homes, right? Okay, because of they are very light, very strong and durable and also molded into different shapes and sizes. So we can move to the third property. Plastics are poor conductors. Plastics are poor conductors of heat and electricity. They do not conduct heat and also electricity. That's why electrical wires have plastic covering. When we notice electrical wire, they have covering, plastic covering. Why this covering is made up of plastic? Okay, because plastic do not conduct electricity. Okay, and handles of screwdrivers, like that, handles of screwdrivers also made up of plastic because plastic do not conduct electricity. And the frying pans. When we notice frying pan handle, okay, handles of frying pan, what is the which material is that made up of? Plastic, because it does not conduct heat. Okay, so this is the electrical wire. It is made up of plastic. There is a covering, plastic covering, because this plastic do not conduct electricity. And when we notice the screwdriver's handle, it is made up of plastic. Okay, because it does not conduct electricity. And when we notice the handles of frying pan, it also made up of plastic, type of plastic, and it also does not conduct heat. Okay, so these are the characteristics. Now we can move to our next topic, uses of plastics. Okay, uses of plastic. We know that we use plastics in our everyday life, right? Okay, these are the other uses. Plastics are widely used in the healthcare industry. For example, packaging of tablets, threads used for stitching, wounds, syringes, doctor's gloves, and a number of medical instruments. Okay, you have been seeing that the packaging of tablets, some tablets are packaged in a plastic covering, right? Okay, then threads used for stitching wounds, and syringes is made up of plastic, and doctors gloves and a number of medical instruments are made by plastic. So plastics are widely used in the healthcare industry. Okay, then the special plastic cookware is used in microwave ovens for cooking. Special plastic cookware is used in microwave ovens for cooking food. In microwave ovens, the heat cooks the food but does not affect the plastic vessel, right? Okay, then the third one, Teflon is a special plastic. Have you heard about Teflon? Yes, it is seen in our non-stick cookwares. And Teflon is a special plastic on which oil and water do not stick, and it is used for non-stick coating on cookwares. This Teflon is a special type of plastic and it does not react with oil and water. Okay, and this oil and water does not stick in this plastic, and it is used for non-stick coating on cookwares. So these are the different areas we use plastics. Okay, in medical field, healthcare industry, and then in microwave ovens, and also in the non-sticking cookwares. Okay, then next we are going to our last topic, plastics and the environment. Okay, so we know that when we go to the market, we get usually things wrapped in plastic or packed in polythene bags. That is one reason why plastic waste keeps getting accumulated in our homes, right? Yes. Then ultimately plastic finds its way in the garbage. Disposal of plastic is a major problem. Okay. So we can say that is plastic is biodegradable or non-biodegradable? Yes, what about biodegradable plastic materials? Biodegradable materials, a material which gets decomposed through natural processes such as action by bacteria is called biodegradable material. A material which is decomposed by bacteria are called biodegradable material. Okay, it is decomposed through natural processes such as action by bacteria. It is called what? Biodegradable material. What am I non-biodegradable material? A material which is not easily decomposed by natural processes. It is termed as non-biodegradable materials. In your lower classes, you have already studied that these plastics are non-biodegradable material because it cannot be easily decomposed by bacteria, by natural processes. Right? Okay, now we can move to the next one table that show the types of waste and the time taken to degenerate or degrade and the nature of material. Some wastes are given in this table and its time to degenerate and nature of material. Firstly, peels of vegetable and fruits. These vegetables and fruits are natural material, so the time taken to generate is 1 to 2 weeks to get degraded. Okay, because they are biodegradable materials. Okay, then paper get 10 to 30 days to degrade. Okay, fully degrade 10 to 30 days. Then it is also a biodegradable material. Paper is also a biodegradable material. Then third one, cotton cloth. Cotton cloth is a biodegradable material. So it also taken 2 to 5 months to degenerate. Okay. Then wood. Wood is a biodegradable material. It is a natural material, biodegradable material. It takes 10 to 15 years to degenerate. Okay. Then woolen clothes are also biodegradable material and take about 1 year for degenerate. Okay. Then tin, aluminium and other metal cans. It is non-biodegradable material. Okay, it does not degrade easily. Okay, so it will degenerate 100 to 500 years. Time taken to degenerate this tin, aluminium, etc. 100 to 500 years. Okay, but in the case of plastics bags, several years are taken to degenerate. Plastics bags are, we know that it is non-biodegradable. So these are the time taken for degenerate the types of waste. Okay. So we can say that the environmental pollution. We know that plastics causes several environmental pollution. Right? Okay. Then some plastics take several years to decompose. It is not environment friendly. You know that plastic is not environment friendly. It is not eco-friendly. It causes environmental pollution. Right? Yes. So besides, the burning process in the synthetic material is quite slow and it does not get completely burned easily. We know that plastic does not, when we burn plastic materials, it does not burn completely. In this process, it releases lots of poisonous fumes into the atmosphere, causing air pollution. We know that when these plastics, when we burn, it does not burn completely, and it produces so many poisonous fumes such as carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide, etc. And this causes which pollution? Yes, air pollution. So we can say that it causes several environmental pollution such as air pollution, soil pollution, water pollution, etc. How soil pollution happens? Yes, when we throw the poly bags or plastic covers carelessly thrown here and there, what happens? The soil, it go to the soil and does not degrade. It gets degrade in several years. Okay, so it causes soil pollution. Next, water pollution. When we throw these plastic materials into water, what happens? Yes, it causes water pollution. So, avoid the use of plastic as far as possible. Make use of bags made of cotton or jute when you go for shopping. Okay, that is better to recycle the plastic waste. Most of the thermoplastic can be recycled. Right? So, as a responsible citizen, you should remember the 4R principle. What are them? Reduce, recycle, reuse and recover. Okay, develop habits which are environment friendly. So these are all about our video, and we can move to the last session. Your assignment is that as a responsible citizen, what are the remedies that you have taken to avoid the environmental pollution caused by plastic? This is your assignment. You should write your assignment in your notebook. So what is the assignment? As a responsible citizen, what are the remedies that you have taken to avoid the environmental pollution caused by plastic? So list out the points that you have taken to avoid the environmental pollution. Okay, thank you students.